is a dipole antenna. So it is having a length lambda by 4 plus lambda by 4. Okay. So actually what is happening is that so inside a dipole antenna, so there are many more Hertzian dipoles. The Hertzian dipoles are very very small. The dipoles. So this is one dipole. This is one more dipole. This is one more dipole. So and all these dipoles are connected end to end. Okay. So when these very small the current elements are connected from end to end, automatically we are getting a dipole antenna like this. Okay. So here each and every element is called a current element. This is one current element, this is another current element, this is another current element. So it is the Hertzian dipole antenna is nothing but a current element. Here the distribution of the current in this Hertzian dipole is assumed to be constant. Okay, it is very very small length. The length is of the order of less than lambda by 10. The length of this Hertzian dipole is of the order of less than lambda by 10. So in this way, these Hertzian dipoles are connected end to end, and these will form the antenna like this. So now in the coming unit, in the second unit, we will see the radiation resistance of this current element. The other name is Hertzian dipole. So what is its value? So that will be seen in the unit 2. So just we are visualizing this entire antenna as end-to-end connection of Hertzian dipoles. Okay, there are finite length elements. So these finite length elements, when connected to end, these will form this entire antenna. Okay, so these all these expressions will be in the coming units. Okay, so let us see here in this slide. So there is a comparison is made between the monopole and dipole. Okay, so that means if you see a dipole antenna is having a radiation resistance of 73 ohms. That is already told to you. Okay. Automatically, what happens for monopole antenna? So this monopole antenna is having a length lambda by 4. That means half of the length of the octave dipole. Since length is made to half of its value of the dipole antenna, automatically radiation resistance is also becoming half. Okay, since automatically this radiation resistance of this monopole antenna is nothing but half of the radiation resistance of the dipole antenna. So dipole antenna is having its radiation resistance equal to 73 ohms. So therefore 73 ohms divided by 2, so that is becoming 36.5 ohms for monopole antenna. Okay, so that is radiation resistance of monopole antenna. So that is seen as 36.5 ohms. So that is shown here. So radiation resistance RR of monopole antenna is equal to 0.5 of the radiation resistance of dipole antenna. That means RR of dipole antenna divided by 2. Okay, so 1 by 2 is seen as 0.5. So therefore, radiation resistance of monopole antenna is equal to half that of the radiation resistance of the dipole antenna. Okay, so if you see the radiation pattern of the monopole antenna is also half that of the radiation pattern of the dipole antenna. So it is because in the previously we have seen the radiation pattern of this half wave dipole as let us see the radiation pattern is this type of radiation pattern that we have seen for dipole antenna. So since monopole antenna is only half that of the dipole antenna, since the lower portion is assumed that it is kept inside the ground. Okay, only the top portion is present. Since top portion is present only, the radiation pattern is seen as half that of this pattern. That means if you cut this radiation pattern horizontally, it is if it is made into two halves, automatically the upper half is only seen physically. Since the radiation pattern is half that of the radiation pattern of the dipole antenna, automatic radiation resistance is also half that of the dipole antenna. Okay, in that way, the radiation resistance of this monopole antenna is seen as only 36.5 ohms. And similarly, if you see, come to the directivity. So what is the directivity of this monopole antenna? It is twice the directivity of the dipole antenna. Why it is twice the directivity of the dipole antenna? If you see, the radiation pattern of this monopole antenna is half that of the dipole antenna. So since the radiation pattern is becoming half, automatically if radiation pattern is becoming half, the half power beamwidth is also becoming half. If half power beamwidth is becoming half, automatically the directivity is doubled. So previously in the previous class we have seen directivity and beamwidth both are inversely proportional. If beamwidth is becoming half, automatically directivity is going to be doubled. So in this way, the directivity of the monopole antenna is becoming double that of the dipole antenna. DA stands for dipole. And we come to the impedance of this monopole antenna, input impedance of this monopole antenna. The input impedance is also half that of the input impedance of the dipole antenna. Since the distribution of the voltage is also becoming half, therefore the ratio of voltage to current, if you take, that is equal to 0.5 of input impedance of the dipole antenna. So in this way, the comparison between the characteristics of the dipole antenna and monopole antenna can be made here. Okay. So let us say this is called balun, balanced to unbalanced transmission line. So physically, the balun, physically it can be seen like this, balanced to unbalanced transmission line. That means these two ends are connected to the half wave dipole at the center. On this side, we are connecting a coaxial cable. Okay, so that picture can also be seen here. Come to the slide. Okay, uh, so these two are connected to the center of the half wave dipole, and on this side we are connecting a coaxial cable. So that will be seen in the coming slides. Okay, and also I told you that this half wave dipole antenna is called Hertz antenna. So Hertz antenna and this the monopole antenna. That means the quarter wave monopole antenna is called Marconi antenna. Okay. So come to this the Hertz antenna. That means the dipole antenna. So the Professor Henry Hertz made the first radio transmission in 1886 in the laboratory of the Karlsruhe University. Let us see, from here to here, it is lambda by 2 in length. So physically, you see, just it is only 95% of lambda by 2. Okay, some 5% is less than lambda by 2 physically. Okay, but generally we will be telling that it is half wavelength line from this end to this end. Okay, so actually, if you correctly see, the physically it is only 95% of lambda by 2. Okay, somewhat a little bit less than lambda by 2 physically. So this is the construction of this half-wave dipole antenna from the end, from this end to this end. So it is uh, length equal to lambda by 2. So this is called hedge antenna. So it is same. Uh, there is no difference. Just I am showing that this is called, this dipole antenna is called hedge antenna. The radiation pattern of this half-wave dipole antenna or hedge antenna is vertically. If you cut the radiation pattern, automatically you will get a figure of 8 pattern automatically. So for monopole antenna, that means the Marconi antenna, the radiation pattern is somewhat more directional. Okay, if you see, the beam width is decreasing here. Here beam width is more, but here the beam width is automatically less. If there is less beam width, automatically directivity is more. Less beam width, the directivity is more. So on these two sides, it is somewhat elongated when compared to this radiation pattern. So if it is elongated, automatically the directivity is increasing. So that we can see. So the gain of this half-wave dipole antenna or hedge antenna is 2.1 decibels. Okay. So antenna is placed perpendicular or vertically with respect to the earth surface. It is normally used for small applications and was used in the set-top TV antennas. Already we have seen the applications of this half-wave dipole antenna, and the other name for this antenna is hedge antenna, that already seen the previous slides. Now coming to the monopole antenna. So let us see here. So the top portion is of the length lambda by 4. The bottom portion, you have to assume that this bottom portion is kept inside the ground. Okay. So this ground is acting as this reflecting plane. This ground is acting as a reflecting plane for this antenna. So therefore, whatever the antenna that is there on the above, on the ground is seen inside the ground. Okay. So this ground is acting as a mirror. Okay. So it is operated on the principle of this image concept. Okay. Image concept in the sense, if there is uh, upward arrow in its image in the mirror, it is seen as a downward arrow. So if there is an arrow moving in the right side in its image in the mirror, it is seen as an arrow pointing towards the left side. So that is nothing but the concept of the image in the mirror. So most commercial vertical antenna is known as Marconi antenna. So when compared to the dipole antenna, the people will be preferring this monopole antenna. Okay, it is because if you take the dipole antenna, it requires a balloon. So it is an extra, like an extra device that the balloon is required for dipole antenna. But here for this monopole antenna, uh, that means the Marconi antenna requires no balloon. Directly we can connect the coaxial cable here without the need of balloon. Okay, we can connect directly the coaxial line without the need of the balloon. So that is the merit that is there in this antenna, and also the directivity of this antenna is double that of the directivity of the monopole antenna. So therefore, generally this is preferred for high gain applications. So physically, it is generally it is lambda by 4 in its length, that is seen over the ground only, and Actually, physically it is having a 95% of lambda by 4. That means a little bit less when compared to lambda by 4. Normally, the people will be telling that from this end to the here, the length is equal to lambda by 4. Therefore, this is called quarter wave monopole antenna. The other name is Marconi antenna, or simply it is called monopole antenna. So radiation pattern. This is radiation pattern, and let us see here. The radiation is half that of the dipole antenna. So therefore, radiation resistance is also half that of the dipole antenna. So therefore, 73 by 2 ohms is equal to 36.5 ohms. So this is about the design. It's not necessary for us. Of course, the length is length in terms of frequency, operating frequency. It can be taken like this. Not necessary for us. So used in the radio broadcasting transmitters of high power. Okay. So electrically, Marconi antenna operates as hedge antenna. Physically, it is only a 1/4 wavelength long, and also don't confuse that hedge antenna is not same as that of hedge and dipole. Okay, hedge antenna is not same as that of hedge and dipole. So hedge and dipole is a dipole whose length is very small. It is of the order of less than lambda by 10. So that is different. So any antenna is assumed as the end-to-end connection of the hedge and dipoles. So previously you have seen that also. Okay. So the arrows are connected end to end previously. So with this I will stop the share.